Allez, salut YouTube, j'espère que vous allez bien et aujourd'hui nous nous retrouvons pour continuer Slay the Princess avec cette fois-ci deux fins, peut-être trois, parce que j'ai vu qu'il y a un épisode 2 qui a l'air de pas avoir d'épisode 3. Donc attendez, je vais vous expliquer. Donc aujourd'hui on va faire l'épine et la cage. Après il nous restera les pleurer noyés, les pleurer incendiés. Donc les pleurs incendiés et aussi il nous restera aussi un autre truc, il vécut heureux. Mais j'ai vu qu'il y avait une autre route qui s'appelle, enfin une autre route, si on peut appeler ça comme ça, qui s'appelle l'inconnu. Donc peut-être qu'on la fera parce qu'aujourd'hui on va passer par la prisonnière et la sorcière. Donc la sorcière et la prisonnière. Donc bref, on va faire ça aujourd'hui. Les amis, donc je suis chaud. Je suis chaud et il fait très chaud. Là je viens de finir ma séance pec épaule triceps. Je sors de la douche. Et je colle déjà. Je peux pas mettre le ventilateur parce que sinon, pour la vidéo, bah, laisse tomber le son. Donc je souffre. Donc après ma séance où j'ai bien souffert, je ressouffre pour vous, les amis. Attention. Donc ça mérite quand même un pouce bleu, un commentaire et puis un petit abonnement, quoi. Voilà, donc ça fait plaisir. Allez, tac. Boum, on est parti. Ceci est une histoire d'amour. Je ne sais pas. Ok, on est parti. Raconte pas ta vie, ma gueule.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Commence à le connaître par cœur, le frérot. Hein. Plus ça fait longtemps que j'ai pas joué là, je suis assez content là. Ça fait un moment que je l'ai pas entendu, ce petit narrateur, ce petit enfoiré là. Donc attendez, donc il me faut ceci. Ok. Ok. Oula, d'accord. Spécial. Merci. Avancez vers le chalet en silence. Tranquillement, nous y allons.
Make your way up the short path to the cabin. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Bah, depuis le début, on n'est pas trop là-dedans. Hein. J'ai l'impression qu'il y a quand même beaucoup de fins, si on peut dire négatives. Je sais pas si à un moment donné, il va y avoir une bonne fin. J'imagine, puisque tout à l'heure j'ai dit ils vécurent heureux. Mais j'ai l'impression que c'est quasiment que du négatif. Je sais pas si on peut vraiment appeler ça du négatif dans certaines, mais j'imagine oui quand même, parce que il y a un moment on est dans le corps de l'autre, etc. Donc ouais, je sais pas trop. Donc attendez, je suis sur quelle route moi? Je suis sur The Prisoners.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly.
Je viens de sortir de la douche, je colle déjà, non mais sans déconner. C'est une dinguerie.
This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp.
La chaleur, c'est quelque chose, les gars, ici, hein, là, pour le moment. Merde.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Yo! Donc, en fonction de si on prend la lame ou pas, la voix est différente. C'est ça? Là, je pars sur le bon chemin. Donc, déjà, de prendre la lame ou pas, ça t'amène sur un certain chemin. Après, je pense que tu peux dévier en fonction des choix que tu fais. Comme on a vu, on peut aller récupérer la lame en haut dans un des épisodes, etc. etc. Il y a même un moment, je crois, on nous lance la lame. Donc, comment ça se fait?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Eh oui. Ouais, j'aime le danger. Je suis un mec qui vit dans le danger. Bon, excuse-moi, mec.
Good.
Okay.
You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
J'espère qu'elle va pas nous refaire son truc de elle se bouffe le poignet parce qu'elle m'a dégoûté l'autre fois la coquine là. Elle m'a dégoûté sévère. Hein.
She's beautiful.
Oh, she's
How could
beautiful.
someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Avec plaisir, ma grande.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
Of course, of course.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Ah, c'est pas con, hein, il a des bons arguments le poteau. Hein.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Je sais pas si c'était le bon choix en fait.
Way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh putain. Waouh. C'est un baiser mon chat. Il m'a fait flipper. J'ai une porte d'armoire qui grasse un peu. Et là il parle de porte et tout, j'entends. Je sais pas si ça s'est entendu au micro, j'ai... Waouh. Bâtard. On va essayer de redescendre les escaliers tranquille. On va voir si je peux... Alors chemin parce que je sais pas si j'ai fait le bon choix là, donc on va voir.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her
Ouais,
arm.
je crois que j'ai pas pris le bon choix. Je crois que j'ai pas pris le bon choix. Attendez. Boum, on va recommencer. Merde, j'ai fermé le jeu. J'arrive. Ok, let's go.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
On a vu que tu savais le faire, t'inquiète.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
Nonchalance.
If we were stuck down here,
Oh, nonchalance.
we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
Hydratez-vous les amis.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't
Ah,
they?
mais je pense que si, en fait, j'ai pris le bon truc. Hein. Je pense que c'est après que ça va se jouer.
Panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Elle va me dégoûter, cette connasse.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bounce. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's
J'ai recommencé pour rien. Hein. Je vais juste me rappeler que, oui, ok, c'est bon, j'étais dans le bon truc. Pas grave.
Or we could use it to free her.
J'ai pas perdu de temps, de toute façon, j'ai fait une coupure, donc... on pourrait s'en servir pour la
You
libérer.
won't like what happens if you do that.
Sauver la princesse.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Putain, dommage, avec mes vieux doigts dégueux. Putain, coupe-toi les ongles, frérot, quand même, un minimum, tu vas avoir une princesse. Hein, je veux dire, bon, à un moment donné, on essaye de se mettre bien quand même, propre, quelque chose, quoi. On aurait dû faire comme dans... C'est dans Scary Movie, on aurait dû couper l'autre bras.
You cut into her flesh.
Putain, elle me dégoûte, j'ai envie de lui mettre une patate.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Pardon, mais... Bah, de toute façon... L'avertir. Ah, il y a un choix, on peut l'avertir. Je sais pas si ça change quelque chose, mais...
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end. You bring the blade down to strike the princess's heart. But she's fast. She ducks to the floor, your blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time?
Je suis possédé, madame, ok?
I don't know.
Un peu de respect.
But if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
Oh bah, je suis sûr que non, hein.
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the
C'est quoi ces chicots, Maros?
It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you.
Elle observe votre corps ravagé, les yeux brillants malgré l'obscurité. Le tissu de sa robe absorbe lentement les taches de son sang mélangées au
If
vôtre.
we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over.
And you
Everything
die.
goes dark. And
And
you
you
die.
die. J'aime bien la voix du narrateur maintenant. La sorcière. Alors, maintenant,
You're
qu'est-ce
on
qu'il
a
faut que je
path
fasse?
in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
D'accord, oui. Avancez vers le chalet.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat.
Est-ce qu'on a une nouvelle
she
voix ou
will do
pas?
everything in her power to
Ou est-ce qu'on
stop
a
you
déjà
from
eu
slaying
toutes les
her.
voix là depuis?
Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done. The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Prends la lame.
You take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it. That's not actually a bad idea.
A bad idea. Fait très british l'accent, non? Ou c'est moi? Peut-être que c'est moi.
The
Putain,
door
qu'il
to
fait
the
chaud,
basement
bordel.
creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair.
Est-ce qu'on va entendre sa voix?
The weak
Normalement,
starlight
oui.
from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs.
Là-haut!
Down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Ça, je sais pas, mais... Sale bête, non mais ça va, oui? Ah bah, je suis pas une sale bête, il dit. Je sais pas si vous le voyez, mais il y a ma cam normalement de ce côté-là, mais... Bon, ne rien dire.
Silence, I see. Don't think I've forgotten about you. I recognized the sound of your nervous little footsteps as soon as they came into my home. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
C'est pas moi, c'est le narrateur.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss.
You're the boss.
Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below.
Salut à toi.
You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are. One hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
Ah, tu le sais qu'elle est très bien affûtée, hein.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses.
Putain, il y aura une bouche de manga.
Good.
She's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true.
C'est vrai que le narrateur, il a jamais aucun
I'm
souvenir.
just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Alors attendez, voyons les choix, parce que j'ai un choix à faire, mais je ne sais pas si je peux le faire maintenant. Ah, bah le voilà. Je ne vous veux aucun mal, mais de toute évidence, la confiance semble rompue entre nous. Prenez ceci en gage de ma bonne foi. Lui donner la lame. Et si j'ai bien compris, c'est ça que je dois faire. Ok, let's go.
You can't be serious.
Ah, I am really serious, my friend.
Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no. As do I. Abstain? You abstain. She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
C'est pas grave. C'est pas une démocratie ici. J'ai déjà décidé de lui donner la lame. Lui donner la lame.
You're going to get everyone killed. You know that, right? But of course you toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
Pardon, madame.
You hear a clanging of metal
Ne me tuez pas.
on the floor and the chains fall from the princess's wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart. It's a shame we just gave her a weapon, because if I were her, I'd use it on us right now. Luckily for us, you're not her. Oh, we sure think alike, though. I can promise you that. Whatever you say next, you better make it count. She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
What do you think happens now?
Ah, tu vas me planter, j'imagine. Ça va être super sympa. On va passer un bon moment. Vous me rappelez quelqu'un que je connais et à votre place, il me tuerait sur le champ. Vous êtes tellement belle, je veux vraiment vous sauver. J'ai l'impression que c'est le seul moyen. Je sais pas, c'est vous qui voyez, je vous ai donné la lame pour une raison. C'est moi qui ai choisi la dernière fois et je l'ai regretté. À votre tour de décider maintenant. Je sais pas si les choix que je peux dire... Bah, tous les choix vont dans le sens où on... En fait, c'est juste des phrases qu'on lui dit, donc... Tiens, je vais lui dire, vous êtes tellement belle. Vous êtes belle, madame.
She pulls back, clearly caught off guard by whatever nonsense you just said to her.
Puis maintenant, elle va nous planter. Petit menteur, va. Moi, je suis belle.
It was nice. Whether it's nice depends on if we meant it. We didn't mean it.
Ah bah si, c'est une jolie petite pousse,
If
hein.
you were lying, we'd all know. But unfortunately, you weren't lying.
What? What do you mean by that? What kind of game are you playing?
Ah, you know me, I am le Jojo, donc...
Surprise that momentarily softened her features vanishes as she steals her nerves.
Ah, bon.
And then she buries the blade in your heart.
Merci.
What? No. No, come on, that's not right. I told you. I told you this is what she was going to do.
Ah ouais, elle a vraiment une tête féline. Hein. Je sais pas pourquoi il l'appelle la sorcière. C'est pas une sorcière, ça.
Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it. I got you. You...
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
Because I love you. I love you so much.
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time.
Ah bah maintenant je suis curieux de voir comment on va se retrouver.
And
you die. L'épine, the thorn. The thorn. Je sais plus si on prononce le T là comme ça. The thorn, the thorn. Oh, j'arrive pas à croire qu'elle nous ait vraiment poignardé. Ouais, ça fait plaisir.
Not to give her the blade. I told you it would come around to bite us. I voted against it. Yeah, we know. You already got your I told you so's in while we were bleeding out. I just wanted to make sure that everyone here knows that I was and am on the right side of that argument. Oh, you're far from being on the right side of anything. You're fixated on the past, whereas what you should be is fixated on the future. Ho ho, a visionary. I like it. Tell me more. Gladly, my dear fellow. By cruelly turning on the princess in her moment of vulnerability, we made ourselves an enemy. But by mastering our fear and insecurity and handing over our power, we've begun a journey to something so much deeper.
Voilà, sois poétique mon gars, moi j'aime ça.
I like journeys. Traveling is a bit of a passion of mine. It makes me so relatable. Now, where are we off to?
Merde. Ah, comme d'hab, hein, vous connaissez. Hein.
Well, if we're lucky, it's a journey to
Les prix.
love.
Les prix, je crois pas qu'on l'a eu encore. Enfin, je sais pas. Peut-être pas. Mais là, je pense qu'on va juste vivre une histoire d'amour complètement folle.
She hates us.
Mais
Does she?
non.
She hesitated before stabbing us to death.
Ah, la rougie, hein, je l'ai fait
Strong
kiffer.
is
Hein.
to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change. So maybe she'll realise that things don't have to end in violence. You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try. Give what another try exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right? It makes no difference if we conspire in the shadows or bear our intentions with open hearts. We are breaking your cruel cycle and whisking her away to freedom.
Oh, freedom. Oh.
Oh, are you now? Great, so you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once. Twice, actually. Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you...
Ouh là là. Ouh, Jordan, tu vas te calmer. Vous êtes déjà au courant de l'existence de la princesse. Et vous savez déjà à quel point elle est dangereuse. Alors, ne gâchez pas cette occasion. Il est déjà assez problématique que ce ne soit pas votre premier essai. Ah, vous avez accepté cette histoire de boucle temporelle sans sourciller. Tiens, oui, tiens.
What do you want me to say? It's bad that you've been here before. It's bad for you, it's bad for me, and it's especially bad for the world. The more times you run through this, the more likely it is that you'll fail. You've already failed twice. So you knew this could happen. Theoretically, sure, I knew this could happen, but I was supposed to be the first. I'd really rather not get into it. I don't care about where we came from, and I don't care to discuss the theory of anything. I yearn only to bring her freedom. I'm here to feel, not to think. Then we can all move on, and forget what I said about failure. It's important that you believe in yourself, and the fact you're here probably means that you still have a chance to pull this off and save the world. My world, at least. It sounds like you've probably doomed a couple of others already. I need to stop talking. Think happy thoughts.
I don't think. Hein. I don't think. Hein. Le décor est différent. Ouais, bon, ça on s'en tape. Ce chalet commence sérieusement à me gonfler. Ouais, allez, avancez vers le chalet tranquillement.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point. I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. You know what you have to do.
Entrez dans le chalet. Let's go.
The interior of the cabin is hardly an interior at all anymore. The burned out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain, the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old.
Ben y a même pas de lame, hein.
The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table, a pristine... Wait, this isn't right. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Va-t-on avoir une fin heureuse? Ouais, plus ou moins heureuse, parce qu'on l'a quand même transformé un peu en monstre, mais...
We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she?
Ou alors elle va nous bousiller. Ça, je sais pas encore là.
Well, it's not here. And if she has it... Let me guess. You want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just I wouldn't be so...
On va finir en toutou. Ça va mal finir cette histoire.
She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work. If she does have it, that's all the more reason to put our faith in her. We have already shown her our heart. Now she has to show us hers. Unless her heart tells her to stab us, which doesn't seem unlikely, so yes, I agree. Let's make sure we get on her good side.
Par où peut-on descendre? Parce que... Bon, on va pas lui parler du miroir parce que chaque fois il nous dit qu'il n'y a pas de miroir de toute
You
façon.
step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent. You know what you have to do. Wipe away the grit from the mirror and behold our handsome features.
Essuie le
Reach
miroir.
forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. What are you doing? Alas, our fine features remain unseen. We'll just have to trust that she'll find us beautiful as we are. Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it? Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us.
Descendre au sous-sol. Let's go.
You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the
Coucou,
basement
chérie.
contain a layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's These thorns are an expression of her pain. I know it. She's calling out for help. Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
Lassitude.
I can't get away from you, can I? You betray me, I kill you, and you come back. You let me kill you, and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
L'amour. Car l'amour va nous sauver. Je veux que nous nous échappions d'ici pour de bon. Je ne sais pas ce que je veux. Je n'ai jamais vraiment choisi de me retrouver ici. C'est pas faux. Je veux vous libérer, je vous le promets. Je veux que nous nous échappions. Tiens, moi, là, je pars du principe que je lui ai dit qu'elle était belle. Je l'aime.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So, come down and talk.
Ah,
I can stop you.
je pourrais être très très content de cette fin. Enfin, attention, on va voir comment ça se passe, mais je pense que je peux aimer. À moins qu'elle nous dézingue l'un d'un coup.
Brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles, the space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Elle est pas redevenue assez normale.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
Jamais. Je t'aime. Ouais, je suis carrément là pour me payer votre tronc. Vous pensiez qu'il se passerait quoi? Vous avez vraiment cru? Non. Je n'ai absolument pas l'intention de me moquer de vous. Non. Je n'ai absolument pas l'intention de me moquer de vous. Je viens vous libérer. Enfin, si vous me le permettez, je peux vous libérer. Mais pour trancher ces ronces, j'ai besoin de la lame. Tentez de prendre la lame. Vous ne pouvez pas vous en prendre qu'à vous-même. J'ai brisé notre engrenage. Ouais. Là, c'est des choix pour partir. Je veux pas partir. Je vais lui demander. Je vais dire, je viens vous libérer, enfin, si vous me le permettez.
I want to trust you.
Trust me, baby. Trust me. Elle a l'air devenue vachement normale. Alors après, peut-être qu'elle peut se transformer en je sais pas quoi, mais... Elle resserre son emprise sur la lame.
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
Je te gagne toi, je gagne l'amour. Vous n'êtes pas seul qui aspire à être libre, je suis piégé tout comme vous. Nous devrions quitter cet endroit ensemble. C'est pas faux. Il n'y a rien que je puisse dire pour vous faire changer d'avis. Tentez de prendre la lame, non. Vous ne pouvez vous en prendre qu'à vous-même, non. Donc, vous n'êtes pas la seule. Nous devrions quitter cet endroit ensemble.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it...
Her eyes
Merde.
dart away from yours for a brief moment.
Je crois que j'ai fait le mauvais choix, mais c'est pas grave.
And I've also hurt you.
On s'aime. Aimons-nous. Il n'y a rien que je puisse faire pour vous faire changer d'avis. Tiens, je vais lui dire ça.
I don't know. What can either of us really say at this point? How can we trust something as hollow as words?
She's right, there's nothing left to say. So let's get a move on and do something before she comes up with a scheme to get out of here on her own. We don't need words to send a message. It is through action that we can show her our adoration, our devotion, our kindness.
Voilà, dis-lui. Visiblement, cette discussion stérile ne nous mènera nulle part. Seul compte les actes. Prendre la lame. Est-ce que je peux prendre la lame maintenant? Allez, on va lui poser la question. Est-ce que je peux prendre la lame maintenant?
Her eyes briefly meet yours, then dart back to the floor. She hangs her head in resignation.
Okay.
Tentez de prendre la lame.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms.
Je suis sûr qu'on peut faire le bâtard, je suis sûr et certain. C'est pour ça que c'est quand même intéressant de faire tous les choix et tout, mais je pense que c'est quand même long. Et je pense, ouais, on fera peut-être ça en live le jour où je me mettrai à live sur cette chaîne, quand s'il a grandi un peu, mais je pense qu'il y a moyen de faire le bâtard. Je vais pas le faire, si j'ai le choix, je ne le fais pas. Et je continue ma petite route en mode nous vivrons heureux, même si bon, ça a pas l'air d'être la bonne route.
She trusts us. Doesn't that set your heart aflutter? Yeah, a little. It could just be nerves. Being this close to her does bring back unpleasant memories, but I don't know, it doesn't feel bad. It feels good. Like we're special to her. We are special to have gained an ounce of trust from a maiden so guarded. Now all that remains is to free her from her bindings. Yeah, let's do it. Let's show her how much both of us have changed. Or, hear me out, we slay her right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance. That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him. I see that the lines have been drawn. It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2. You don't count. And why shouldn't he count? Because he's clearly not one of us. That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
T'inquiète pas bébé, on va vivre ensemble. Tranchez ces liens, je voulais récupérer ma lame, débrouillez-vous pour... Le mec il veut que la lame. Merci. Allez, salut. Tranchez ces liens.
What a good idea. Let's cut her free. Oh, so you're suddenly team free her. You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision. I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's free this princess. Everyone deserves a chance at redemption. Let him join us and be merry. We are all united by our passion. That's right. What he said. We've already given him a chance at redemption. And who says I don't deserve another? I really mean it this time. I'm big enough to admit when I'm wrong. So I want to help you all free her. And I have no problem with that. Welcome to the team. You're one of us now. One of the good guys. You take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. And she flinches again as the last of the vines is
Ouais, elle a pas coupé elle-même ses liens.
After all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade.
Ah, tu kifferais, hein, toi, hein, foiré.
Such a pathetic attempt at distraction and subterfuge. Our blade is a dashing sword, and every dashing sword is an extension of its...
Voilà, mon chevalier.
It won't slip. You're right. He can't even make it slip, can he? He's a bit of a nobody. Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning. The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
Ah, t'inquiète, ça va bien se passer.
Actually meant it. You rescued me.
Si elle me plante, je pète mon crâne.
Do you see the way she's looking at us? Kiss her. Kiss her now before the moment ends.
Jure, on peut l'embrasser, la tête de ma mère. Hein.
Can we actually do that? No, you can't. Absolutely not. You know as well as I do that we can. And we wouldn't want to throw away a chance for a special moment, now would we? If I were only capable of throwing myself off a bridge. Well, are you going to describe our steamy, romantic kiss? You lean in and you kiss her. And she reciprocates enthusiastically. You kiss. It's done. Are you happy now? Come on now, this is the big moment. You can do better than that. Ugh, fine. You and the princess lock eyes and stare deep into each other's souls with all the roaring emotion that comes from letting what once was hatred turn into pure, unbridled passion. Are you making fun of us? And then each of you close your eyes and kiss. Words can describe neither the nuclear fire nor the oceanic
Ah,
depth
il le
of
fait
your
quand même, hein.
connection.
Il écrit.
Please. I think he actually likes romance. If history itself were not about to end, historians would document this moment for the rest of time. Musicians would write era-defining ballads, and great artists would expend entire lifetimes trying to merely capture the spark you hold right now. He's making fun of us. It doesn't matter either way, because this is good stuff. I'm aware of my skills. But unfortunately for you, the moment doesn't last.
Baiser d'amour véritable.
Open
Let's
your eyes,
go!
the princess smiles gently up at you. Time for you to damn the whole world to oblivion, I suppose.
That was nice.
Of course, thank you.
Her hand slips into yours, and the two of you rush to the
Il va se passer un truc, hein. Ça peut pas finir bien. Ça peut pas finir vite.
Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out.
On va mourir tous les deux. Ici.
Please, after all the trials we've been through, do you really think a few measly thorns can stop us? Love is an even more powerful weapon than our blade.
Nous disposons de l'amour.
We cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
Exactement. Couper les ronces.
As you swing your blade into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield.
Je sais pas si ça avait vraiment une importance, je sais pas trop.
Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this? Your nightmare is our dream. Whatever world would condemn star-crossed lovers like us to a cycle of violence and despair isn't a world worth.
La voix de l'épris, j'aime bien comment il parle, hein. Franchement j'aime bien, il me fait rire.
We'll weave something new together. Something better. You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
Je sais pas si ça va marcher parce que justement on s'est pas fait confiance et qu'on a vécu des trucs, on s'est allumé la gueule en fait. Embrassez votre liberté. Tournez la page. Mais non, dinguerie.
The two of you open the door and step out into a new day. You irredeemable murderers.
What do we do now? Where's everything going? Why is it so cold?
No! Rends-moi ma femme! Give me my wife back! Vous n'avez pas l'occasion de répondre, quelque chose s'est emparé d'elle et une autre s'est pris sa place. Attention. Par contre, là on va essayer de voir si on a des choix différents dans ce qu'on peut lui dire.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Narrateur disparu, j'ignore. Je crois que je suis censé regarder. S'approcher du miroir.
Don't do this.
Le miroir nous a jamais fait peur avant, l'ignorer. Vous approchez du miroir.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right? If they think it's bad, I'm with them.
Les voix se font de plus en plus distantes à mesure que vous approchez du miroir. Contemplez votre reflet. Vous tendez la main dans un silence absolu, les voix sont parties, mais le miroir est toujours là. Il est temps que vous découvriez ce qui s'y cache. Bon, toujours ma tête de rat, c'est vous. Merci. Vous vous retrouvez seul dans un espace complètement vide. Il n'y a pas un bruit ici. Avancez vers le chalet. Vous êtes au chalet. L'approchez. Bring me more perspective.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
C'est gore comment elle la tient là un peu. Qu'êtes-vous? Laissez-la partir. Laissez-la partir!
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept.
C'est parce qu'elle s'est transformée qu'ils viennent la chercher.
I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Ouais. Je pense qu'il n'y a rien de nouveau.
As we are, there is no bring me more
Perspective. Bring me more perspective. Tu vois.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
You won't.
You won't.
Le monde autour de vous s'obscurcit. Baby, I love you. Une âme prudente. Apportez-lui l'épine.
In the woods, and that you're here.
Aïe, 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 aïe.
If you don't, it
Est-ce
will
qu'on
be
peut
the
continuer
end
sur
of the
celle-ci?
world.
Après, je sais pas si les choix sont plus ou moins les mêmes. Je pense qu'on va peut-être devoir recommencer. Donc, hop, menu principal, oui. Parce que là, on va partir sur une autre route. La prisonnière. Donc, qu'est-ce qu'il faut que je fasse pour arriver à la prisonnière? Oh, sympatoche. Alors attendez, let's go, on est parti. Bon, ouais, tu vas pas nous raconter ta vie, hein. Ça y est, hein, frérot. Je veux bien une fois, histoire de dire, mais bon, avancez vers le chalet.
You make your way up the short path. A warning. She will lie. We're not gonna go. Ignore him.
Entrez dans le chalet.
The interior blade is.
Prendre la lame.
You take the blade.
Descendre au sous-sol.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Et là, normalement, on a une autre voix parce qu'on a pris la lame.
Who's there?
Voilà.
She sounds dangerous.
Je commence à comprendre, hein, après avoir quasiment fini le jeu. Hein, entendons-nous bien, fini le jeu. On commence... Je commence à capter certains trucs.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Continue à descendre les escaliers.
Still
Hein.
listening to reason.
Oui, voilà.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task.
Et on a eu un bisou, les gars. C'est pas rien quand même. On a eu un bisou.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Non? Non, non. Quoi? N'importe quoi? Comment pouvez-vous imaginer une chose pareille?
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
Elle a pas tort. Bah non, c'est juste au cas où.
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it.
Je pense que j'ai fait le bon choix là.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Lâchez votre arme.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Ouais, mais tu vas calmer ton petit genre parce que moi je te le dis tout de suite, sinon je la reprends.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
J'aime pas trop son regard, hein, ma grande. Hein. J'aime pas trop. Hein. Ça va bien se passer. Attends, c'est quoi la vidéo? Putain. En plus, j'en ai parlé l'autre fois. J'arrive pas à me rappeler c'est qui le gars. Parce que je crois qu'il a deux trucs, ou alors c'est la même vidéo. C'est ça que t'appelles du respect, mon garçon? T'inquiète pas, ça va bien se passer. Je sais pas si c'est la même vidéo, moi je crois que c'est le même gars.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
I'm not going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Ah bah tu vas pas commencer à faire là, hein. Attendez, laissez-moi discuter. Depuis combien de temps êtes-vous enfermé ici? Comment vous appelez-vous? Certains vous soupçonneraient. Je suis ici parce qu'apparemment vous avez l'intention de détruire le monde. Comment pourrais-je vous sortir d'ici? Est-ce que je peux lui faire une relation? Je rêve ou vous me draguez? Non, ce serait drôle ça. Comment je pourrais vous sortir d'ici?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting. Right, she is. I'm sure of it.
Une relation? Je rêve, vous me draguez.
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Certains de vous soupçonnent de vouloir anéantir le monde. Qu'avez-vous à
Don't just
répondre à cela?
tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so... dangerous?
Qu'allez-vous faire si je voulais sortir d'ici? J'en ai assez, j'espère que vous me le direz. Non, mais j'imagine qu'on ne m'a pas donné ces informations. Qu'on m'a pas donné ces informations pour une bonne raison. Non, et pour être honnête, j'aurais plus tendance à vous croire, vous.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
Examinez les chaînes. Je pense que là, je suis sur le bon chemin, là. Hein.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
Ok, donc là on se retrouve avec plus ou moins les mêmes mots. Et s'il n'y a pas de clé, avez-vous une autre idée autre que vous tranchez le bras pour vous libérer?
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
Je peux me permettre de perdre un bras. Ah d'accord.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance.
Ah, c'est emballé que ça. On a bien compris ça.
For long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Laissez-moi sortir.
Met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Ok mec, redescends les escaliers, let's go.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
Je crois qu'elle va se rebouffer le bras.
They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Sauver la princesse.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Je pense que vu que c'est sanglant, de toute façon, c'est pas une bonne fin. Je pense. Hein. S'approcher de la porte fermée à clé, ok.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high.
Donc là, va falloir que je fasse gaffe.
Escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
L'avertir.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Résister.
The blade. Move the
Blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Je pense aussi, oui.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Ah, il nous a rajouté quelque chose. The Prisoner. Alors attendez, maintenant il faut que j'aille sur la route que je veux faire, qui est déjà...
And at the end of that path
Ah oui,
is a
d'accord.
cabin. And in the you're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
D'accord, oula, ok.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Entrer dans le chalet, let's go. Let's go, let's go.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat.
On se retrouve dans un donjon du Moyen-Âge.
A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Prendre la lame.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone. The door to the basement creaks open.
Ah ouais, ça fait vraiment cachot, cachot Moyen-Âge.
Torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss.
Ou un peu les films fantasy.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a...
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
Pour le moment, quand je fais les trucs, comme je vous ai dit, vu que je fais pas le jeu à 100%, je suis le chemin par lequel, comment dire, Là, par exemple, on est dans l'idée de la sauver, de pas lui faire de mal, etc. Donc, même à l'épisode 3, je vais aller dans le sens où on veut pas lui faire de mal et on veut la libérer, on va dire. L'empêcher, même s'empêcher nous-mêmes de lui faire du mal. Donc, je suis ce chemin-là, quoi. Ok, c'est poigné. Ok.
Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
C'est pas faux.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Abandonner la princesse dans le sol, s'asseoir avec elle.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Elle change très peu d'apparence, hein. Elle change très peu d'apparence. Après, je sais pas pour le prochain épisode. Forcément, on n'y est pas encore, donc j'ai pas vu. Mais elle change très peu d'apparence pour le moment avec les choix qu'on a fait, vu qu'on veut pas la dézinguer. Hein. Donc, j'imagine qu'elle évolue aussi en fonction de notre hostilité ou non. J'imagine.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
S'asseoir à l'endroit qu'elle vous a indiqué.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
Que voulez-vous que je fasse? Normalement, c'est ça que je dois dire.
Let me borrow that knife. Don't worry, you'll get it back.
That's ominous. But she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing. Oh please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. In case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon. Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us. So, what should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
C'est pas faux. Donnez-lui le couteau.
Slide it over.
T'es un peu trop autoritaire à mon goût, toi.
I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place. Do you think this will work? Interesting that you're only having us remain in place. It's almost like there are very real limits to your power. I don't know what you're talking about. The world ends if we fail, right?
Ce qui me bute aussi, c'est de savoir que elle entend tout ce qu'on dit, hein, normalement. Si je me rappelle bien une des fins là, elle sait tout ce qu'on dit. Hein. C'est-à-dire, elle doit nous vraiment prendre pour un malade. Hein.
I don't know where you're going with this. Could you explain? Yes, explain it. Sure, I'm insinuating that we could kill ourselves. Ruin this whole thing. You wouldn't. I'm not afraid of dying. Are you?
Voilà, dis-lui.
You got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
Avec plaisir.
She
Hein.
pulls up her hair, smiling slightly as she raises the blade to her throat. What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck. No.
Regardez dans un silence pesant.
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that? Huh. So that's her play. Killing herself? She isn't dead yet. Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back. The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
Huh. So I guess that's it. What a way to go.
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
Now hold on, she's dead. So what's the rush? What's your angle?
I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this behind us. I'm sure you can understand that.
Look, I'm just not ready to put my...
Elle m'a choqué, hein, je peux vous dire, elle m'a choqué. Hein.
She wouldn't have done all that.
Fallait me choquer, elle m'a choqué. Hein.
She's left us with this dangling thread. I need to know why.
You're just wasting your energy. The danger has passed, and now we can all relax and enjoy your reward.
Quittez le sous-sol pour recevoir votre récompense.
Fine, but if we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it.
With your work done, you remove the blade from the princess's corpse and make your way back upstairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. You can think of it as sealing yourself off from an unpleasant chapter of your life. It's all uphill from here.
The windows. Do you see that? We used to be able to see the outside world from up here, but now it's just empty. The door. Check the door.
C'est vide.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
You don't have to act surprised. We could see this vast emptiness through the windows.
But if everything's gone, does that mean we're not gonna get our reward? This is your reward. An eternity of bliss, if you'll have it. And I suggest that you have it. Okay. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Like hell it is.
Je ne suis pas sûr, je suis plutôt satisfait. J'espérais une meilleure fin après avoir sauvé le monde. C'est des conneries, laissez-nous sortir d'ici.
And there's no going back now.
Le narrateur, il veut que nous baiser, lui. Hein.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur.
Il prouve rien du tout.
No, it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let him win.
Je ne veux pas mourir une nouvelle fois, on s'en fout. Qu'est-ce que tu proposes alors? Ouais, ça c'est la phrase.
Have a blade. Let's use it on ourselves and start over.
He's suggesting you kill yourself. You shouldn't kill yourself when you have an eternity of bliss right in front of you.
Vous, voilà.
You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to turn down immortality itself just to make me lose?
Elle est belle ton immortalité, mon copain, chouette.
Why should it matter if we die at this point? Haven't you already gotten what you want?
I don't have to answer that.
That's all we needed to hear.
You raise the blade, then drive it into your heart. You collapse to the floor, everything goes dark, and you die. You're a genocidal maniac, you know that, right?
Hey, rajoute des petits trucs.
We'll see about that.
Ouais, c'est... The Cage. Et on y est, les amis. Nous y
On
sommes.
a path in the wood. Chains everywhere. This is different. This is new. It's worse is what it is.
We're finally starting to see reality for what it is. This place is a prison, and she's not the only inmate.
You're acting like reality is this static thing. But this world is constantly changing around us. How can you be so sure that you aren't breathing the prison into existence? That by feeling the walls closing in on you, that's exactly what they do.
What a crock of pretentious bullshit. Reality is as solid as the ground beneath our feet. And if we just examine it, if we apply enough scientific rigor, if we think hard enough, we'll find a way out of here for good. Don't you see? We're already making progress. And what if looking at it is enough to make it change? Where does that leave us?
Ah, et si le simple fait de l'observer suffisait à la modifier?
It leaves you exactly where you are right now, and presumably exactly where you've been before. I'll spare you my full introduction since you've clearly already heard it at least once, but I would like to remind you that the people in my world are living, breathing, suffering entities and not pawns for you to sacrifice in pursuit of some vague truth.
Il n'y a pas... Ouais, Loxia, vous êtes certain? Elle s'est coupée la tête toute seule la dernière fois. Avancez vers le chalet.
You stand at the edge of a cliff.
Oh!
An abyss yawns beneath you, empty and endless. The only path forward, a rusted metal bridge. The cabin looms on its far side. I think you already know what waits for you within. It's like the world itself doesn't want us to reach her.
There's nothing to find out here. Time to check in with the missus.
I'm going to
Yeah!
pretend you didn't just call her that.
Ah, c'est notre dame, mon copain. Entrez dans le chalet.
Every surface of the cabin is
C'est charmant.
draped in chains. The air filled with the mock birdsong of
Ah, on
metallic
a déjà la
notes.
lame.
Where there should be walls, you can see only endless ropes of metal, with hooks and spines dangling from their ends. A fitting cage for a monster, destined to end the world. There's nothing for you to do but step forward into the basement. You already have your weapon. Your objective awaits. And how are we supposed to get to the basement? I don't see a way down. All I see is a mirror. What mirror? There is no mirror. The only thing of note here is the door to the basement.
It clearly serves some purpose, but what? Is there something about us we're supposed to see? Can it be a tool of some kind?
Or is it a distraction? Something meant to confuse us? can we please stop talking about the mirror? I'd rather not spend more time in this room than I have to. It's creepy.
S'approcher
Step
du miroir.
out onto the floor. Or what should have been a floor. Should have been? Yes, unfortunately, you realise too late that there is no floor beneath the metal. There is only a loose web of chains suspended over some unseen space. An unseen space that you are now rapidly plummeting through. Nothing's solid here, is it? It's all just a shifting mass waiting for us to drop our guard. Your fall is suddenly, painfully halted as rusty chains pull taut against your skin, their hooks digging into your muscle. You find yourself suspended in what appears to be a vast, dark space. The glinting of yet more chains merely hinting at its full dimensions. You dangle a few feet off the bare concrete floor.
Ah ouais, c'est sympa.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Ah, ça serait plutôt un acte de compassion aussi pour nous là, parce que...
As your eyes adjust to your new surroundings, you make out a figure standing in the gloom, obscured in shadow. She watches you with the stillness of the grave.
Salut.
Easy now. We don't know what sort of situation we're dealing with. We should let her make the first move. Let observation give us an advantage.
Écoutez, je regrette ce qui s'est passé. Je suis censé me sentir mal, non? Qu'est-ce qui vous a pris de vous couper la tête? Tiens, vous êtes en pétard contre moi.
You are met with only silence, save for the creaks and groans of metal as it sways in the stale air around you. The hooks slowly shift in your skin, the pain coming in waves as you continue to dangle helplessly. What if the chains don't have to be real? What if they aren't real?
They feel plenty real to me. Yeah, it would be nice if we could just tell ourselves the chains aren't lodged in all our joints and they'd magically go away, but I'm afraid that's wishful thinking.
Well, maybe wishful thinking is what we need. Maybe they're real, but maybe we can cut through them. It's worth a try.
Je vous parle, je suis désolé, vous m'entendez? Je suis désolé, écoutez, je regrette ce qui s'est passé. Puis merde, essayer de se libérer avec la lame, je pense pas que ça... Salut!
The princess takes a slow step forward. As she does so, the heavy chains shift, tightening and tearing at your flesh, your joints screaming in agony as the rusted hooks dig deeper. Stars dance in your eyes as the chain wrapped around your neck threatens to choke you. As your vision comes back into focus, your eyes fall on the body of the princess, finally emerged from the shadows. The body of the princess is a weird way to describe a person. It's only accurate. The form in front of you is a body, draped in raiments of chains, her head dragging along behind her in an iron cage. The head stares up at you but says nothing, and the chains squeeze ever tighter.
Laissez-moi descendre, vous n'arrangerez rien en me tuant. Qu'est-ce qui vous est arrivé? Vous êtes coupé la tête toute seule la dernière fois, vous ne pouvez pas m'en vouloir. Tentez de se libérer, agitez votre lame, gardez le silence. Qu'est-ce que vous me reprochez? J'ai seulement voulu vous aider, tiens.
What makes you think I have a problem with you? Because I'm a head in a cage? Don't be silly. That's what I've always been. It's not like you're any different.
Elle va me couper la tête aussi?
The body takes another step towards you, the chains around you tightening, the hooks boring deeper into your flesh. They constrict dangerously around your throat. You find it harder to breathe.
I don't think she's happy you're here. But what do I know? I'm just a set of eyes and ears. I don't make choices. At least not any that matter.
I don't want to die like this. I don't want to die like this. Somebody do
Ah,
something.
son corps agit
before it kills
différemment
us.
que sa tête. Enfin, c'est pas elle qui choisit en fait.
We're stuck here. What are any of us supposed to do? Reason with her? I don't think she's acting rationally. I think she's lost it. This was all doomed from the start, wasn't it?
Je ne suis pas responsable de cette situation, je me suis contenté de vous donner mon arme 2 fois. Elle, vous parlez vraiment de votre corps comme si j'essayais d'une autre personne, c'est pourtant vous. Rien de ce qui vous est arrivé n'est de ma faute. Ouais. Comment ça, vous êtes juste spectatrice, vous êtes coupé la tête la dernière fois, c'est vous qui avez pris cette décision, vous avez fait des choix à vrai dire, vous n'en avez jamais cessé d'en faire en ce moment même. Vous optez pour la violence. Vous parlez vraiment de votre corps comme si c'est pourtant vous.
That's what I used to think. But time alone has taught me the truth. I'm not my body. I'm just the thing that watches it. There's so much pain that comes from tricking yourself into thinking you have a choice. But none of us have choices. And knowing that has made me feel so free. Everything we witness is just another shade of the same endless cycle. I wake up in chains.
The body steps forward. Your bindings tighten again.
You come to me, knife in hand.
The body steps forward. The pressure on your limbs is becoming unbearable.
You give me your implement.
The pressure is finally too much. Your fist unfolds as your joints swell with trapped blood, and your pristine blade tumbles helplessly to the ground.
I cut myself free.
She's not insane, is she? No, she's just right. It's all been the same. The whole time, it's all been the same. We never...
Merde. Vous me condamnez à l'échec, je ne peux pas faire de choix en étant pendu comme ça et vous me refusez de prendre la moindre décision. Nous avons répété inlassablement le même manège, nous conservons tout de même notre libre arbitre par nos décisions. J'aurais pu jeter ce couteau dans les bois, ouais, qu'est-ce que j'aurais dû faire? Vous vouliez que je sorte du chalet en... Je croyais que vous étiez morte, par pitié, arrêtez d'avancer vers moi, je vais mourir si vous continuez d'approcher, bon ça s'en tape. Vous me condamnez à l'échec, vous refusez de prendre la moindre... Je sais pas si c'est une bonne idée, hein. Je ne peux pas faire de vrais choix en étant perdu comme ça, et vous refusez de prendre la moindre décision. Je croyais que vous étiez morte, on va dire ça.
That is what I wanted, but you didn't do it. And I don't think you could have done it. The walls are what the walls are. So give in with me. None of this is up to us.
She steps forward yet again, and the chains dig into you, your nerves screaming, your heart pounding, your lungs desperate for air. I don't think we can hold on to you much longer. How many times will we have to do this? I'm tired.
This is all getting so predictable, isn't it? Pop.
Vous chutez, le monde se met à tourner, puis vous touchez le sol. Votre corps, si léger que vous en avez la nausée, roule avant de s'immobiliser. Vous entendez les chaînes qui s'entrechoquent et le bruit sourd du reste de votre personne qui tombe sur le sol non loin de vous. Ah, sympa. Salut ma gueule. Vous êtes incapable d'agir, de vous défendre ou de regarder autour de vous, alors que le corps de la princesse s'avance vers vous d'un pas lent et cadencé. Il se baisse pour vous ramasser, puis... Une ombre se dresse derrière le corps, armée d'une lame étincelante.
And now, the cut.
L'ombre frappe et ne manque pas sa cible. Le corps laisse alors échapper sa cage sous l'effet de la douleur. Une lutte acharnée s'engage dans un tourbillon de chaînes et de crochets, de plumes et de sang. Les deux adversaires s'enfoncent dans la pénombre jusqu'à ce que vous ne perceviez plus que les bruits de leur affrontement. On va se parler tranquille.
You only ever thought you were in control. Isn't it so much nicer to let go?
Vous ne vous êtes pas libéré. Mon corps a toujours le couteau en main. La situation est inédite, non? Est-ce que j'ai brisé le cycle? Il n'y a rien d'agréable. Je ne suis plus qu'une tête décapitée. Je pensais que ma fin était arrivée. J'imagine que ça pourrait être pire. Vous ne vous êtes pas libéré, mon corps a toujours le couteau en main. Qu'allons-nous faire maintenant?
We watch, just like we've been doing since the beginning.
Ainsi, la princesse et vous observez vos corps évoluer à la lisière de la pénombre, exécutant leur danse fatale.
Look at us go. Aren't we beautiful?
La chorégraphie est splendide, primitive, décomplexée, l'acier percutant l'acier et la chair glissant sur la chair.
It's all going to come to a head soon. Head.
L'apothéose se dessine enfin, votre corps, pris dans les chaînes et la pénombre, joue son va-tout, mais le sien en fait autant, la chaîne brise l'échine tandis que la lame transperce le cœur.
I guess I'll see you next time.
Votre corps et le sien s'effondrent, leur danse achevée. Du sang s'écoule de la bouche de la princesse qui tousse.
It's cold, but that's always been us, hasn't it? Cold isn't bad.
Ok. Ok. J'imagine peut-être avec des choix. Ouais, non, je sais pas. Parce que couper les liens avec la lame, je veux dire, ah, putain, c'est de la lame. Je suis Zoro, moi. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Roro Noa Zoro, je coupe l'acier. Vous n'avez pas l'occasion de répondre, quelque chose l'arracher. Sans issue. Ok. Restez coincé dans vos habitudes, dans une cage en acier. Ok. Vous approchez du miroir, contemplez votre reflet. C'est vous. Eh oui, c'est moi. Hop, avancez vers le chalet. Boum, la sœurette. Vous êtes au chalet. L'approchez. Elle a quelle gueule, là? Elle lui a remis plus ou moins. Que fait-on maintenant? Blablabla. Bring me more perspective. D'accord, faites-moi oublier. Ok. Alors, avant de faire quoi que ce soit, parce que je veux faire une autre, qui est l'inconnu, là, dont je vous ai parlé. Mais je vais juste faire une pause 2 secondes avant, histoire de voir si ça amène pas à une fin que j'ai déjà faite. Même si j'ai pas l'impression que ça amène à une autre fin et que c'est vraiment la fin. L'inconnu, que ce soit vraiment la fin du chemin, quoi, on va dire. Donc on va voir, je regarde ça vite fait et j'arrive tout de suite. Bon, j'ai regardé, il n'y a pas l'air de m'amener sur d'autres chemins. On verra bien de toute façon. Donc voilà.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to...
Ok. Et là, on va faire un choix que j'ai jamais fait, c'est tourner les talons.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Avancer en silence sur le sentier qui s'éloigne du chalet, donc oui, je m'éloigne.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Faire encore demi-tour et partir encore.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Avancer en silence sur le
Your
sentier.
silence is deafening. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Oh, vraiment? Eh bien, je crois que je vais partir dans une autre direction. Enfin bref, jusqu'à ce que je trouve un moyen de quitter cet endroit.
There's
Ok.
always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
Oh, ouais, mais des frissons là, Zikmul, hein.
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of
J'ai les
light.
tétons qui vont arracher mon... Tellement j'ai des frissons, j'ai les tétons qui vont arracher ma chemise.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on?
Ah.
You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of...
Merde. Vous ferez tout votre possible pour fuir vos responsabilités. Vous ne souciez guère du sort du monde. Vous tenez avant tout à m'agacer.
Doomed us all. You know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
L'inconnu. Donc là, j'imagine qu'on y va au chalet alors.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't...
Espèce de salaud, cette fois, je ne compte pas me laisser faire. Je me laisserai plus avoir par vos petits stratagèmes. Qu'est-ce que je fais ici? Ces murs n'étaient pas là la dernière fois. Vous ne pouvez pas me forcer à aller au chalet. D'accord, je vais de ce pas au chalet où je vais à coup sûr recueillir cette princesse. Bien, j'ai compris, je vais au chalet. Ah, je peux mentir. De quel bois elle est faite?
Last I checked, there wasn't any last time. We've just met, you and I. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience. The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Ces murs n'étaient pas là la dernière fois. Vous ne pouvez pas me forcer à aller au
What are
chalet.
you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
Il y a toujours un bon truc. Il trouve toujours un bon truc. Tiens, je vais lui
You
mentir.
know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging.
Obligé d'aller au chalet.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
Entrer dans le chalet.
The cabin interior is wrong. A
Waouh.
confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement, You'll need it if you want to do this right.
On voulait pas le faire, donc je pense que je prends pas la
If he
lame.
wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
Il a pas tort.
We're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no
Je pense que je
idea
prends pas la
what
lame.
we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that, and when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Descendre au sous-sol. Je prends pas la lame.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever, we don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Prendre des escaliers réconfortants sur votre droite, prendre des escaliers face à vous, prendre des escaliers rugueux sur votre gauche. Prenons les escaliers réconfortants.
You step to the right. The path feels soft and reassuring against your feet. The stairs almost seem to cradle you as you make your way down, like they're guiding your heels from one step directly to the next. You barely have to extend any effort to descend, the stairway doing most of the work for you. You don't feel like there's any concern that you might slip or tumble or lose your way. But the further you go, the deeper you sink in. First, it's like a lovely plush carpet, your toes digging down and barely hitting any resistance at all. But soon enough, you're fighting just to keep your knees from sinking out of sight. The softness threatens to swallow you whole, to wrest control of your body and surround you in a false ethereal bliss, pretending to save you from the cruelties of choice and consequence. It's slow going, but you manage to fight against the overwhelming urge to fall back into comfort and nothingness, the very struggle to continue forward consuming your every thought. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you okay?
Waouh, 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 waouh. Tu peux pas me faire des trucs comme ça, ma grande, hein. Pouah, les tétons, là. Aïe, 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 aïe. Vous vous sentez bien? Ah bah, super, ouais.
What the hell was that? What happened to us?
Salut. Tu vas bien?
So strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here.
Ah bah je vais pas forget, t'inquiète.
And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Je suis désolé, je n'avais pas réalisé que j'étais là. Comment vous appelez-vous? J'ai vécu une expérience étrange en venant ici. Vous savez ce qu'il m'est arrivé. Si ça se trouve, on vous a enfermé ici pour une bonne raison. Vous représentez une menace, non? Je n'avais pas réalisé que j'étais là. J'ai vécu une expérience étrange en venant ici. Est-ce que vous savez ce qu'il m'est arrivé?
I don't know what happened to you, but you look like you're in one piece now. But I understand. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either. We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back?
Ah putain.
You said you'd been here before.
Imaginez-moi sur un jeu d'horreur, hein.
What exactly
Imaginez-moi, hein.
happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here and you need to do it now.
I want.
New plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Votre présence est étoffée. Comment vous appelez-vous? Si ça se trouve, on vous a enfermé. Je vais sortir d'ici, essayer de la libérer. Je vais vous sortir d'ici. Votre véritable nature. La laisser au sous-sol, récupérer la lame. Ouah, tout ça, c'est un seul choix? Ah, vu qu'on la compartimente, genre... Ah putain, on fait un choix pour chaque partie d'elle, en fait. Apparemment... Non, on va essayer de faire autre chose, on va voir. Votre présence s'est étoffée. Votre présence s'est étoffée.
Not that there's much I can do chained up like this, but I'm the only one down here. So if you need anything, I'll do my best. I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger. There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
Ouais, t'es désagréable, toi.
Again. I don't like where this is going. Neither do I. which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are.
Non, on va jusqu'au bout, ma gueule.
To do that, where would we start? We'd always start by retrieving the blade. Can we even leave this place? I don't like thinking about what might happen to us if we have to go back through those stairs. Well, that's where the blade is. If you want it, you'll have to go and get it. I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about.
Merde. Pas vrai, on dirait qu'elle se multiplie à chaque fois qu'on ouvre la bouche.
Looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Comment vous
You can
appelez-vous?
call me Princess, if you'd like.
Princess.
It doesn't matter. I've been down here for so long. What's the point of a name if there's no one around to use it?
None of them have names. How astute. I told you she was untrustworthy.
Je pense que bah on va faire le dernier choix. Hein. Donc le dernier choix c'est on essaye d'en libérer une. Il y en a une qu'on laisse au sous-sol et on récupère la lame.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. Take a step forward. Your foot lands.
Pas
But it
contente?
lands
Sadique?
different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone.
Wesh!
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... We can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world, the prince falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others
They just don't fit.
They just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
Tout ira bien, je vais faire de mon mieux. Je ne suis pas sûr qu'il faut remédier à votre état. Non, vous avez tout anéanti. Je ne vais certainement pas vous aider. Je vais faire de mon mieux. Alors, bah, dans tous les cas, je crois que c'est Nietas. Choix factice. Quand tout est possible, rien ne l'est.
She's gone. And is that a... I'm begging you.
Oh, attendez.
Yeah, don't look.
Ah putain, je m'attendais à avoir un... Je me suis dit peut-être. Peut-être, mais non en fait. Commencer vers le chalet. Est-ce qu'on va avoir de nouvelles choses à lui dire?
Something.
Non. Non. Avez-vous des connaissances? Non.
Nothing.
Ok.
There is no
Bon bah franchement, j'ai bien kiffé, hein. J'ai bien kiffé les fins.
She asked you.
You want, of course, I want. Up. Non, franchement, j'ai bien kiffé les fins là. Elles étaient bien sympas. Bah l'autre où... Donc je pense comprendre que si on... S'il se passe quelque chose de mauvais à un seul moment, dans tous les cas, l'autre là, elle viendra la chercher parce qu'il y a quelque chose qui va pas. Ou j'imagine parce qu'elle a été modifiée. Je pense que la dernière fin, c'est une fin où on la modifie pas, ou alors peut-être pas du... Bah, si, je pense, parce qu'il faut passer par plusieurs routes. Ou alors, avec les choix, en fait, on va pas la modifier, parce qu'on a vu que quand on essayait de comment je pourrais dire ça, de la libérer, de pas lui faire de mal, etc., bah, on a pu voir que... Putain, je trouve plus mes mots. Il fait une chaleur à crever. On a pu voir qu'elle change pas tellement physiquement, à part peut-être la cage, mais sinon, elle change pas beaucoup. Donc peut-être que les choix qui mènent à une bonne fin, si on peut appeler ça comme ça, je ne sais pas, bah, peut-être que ces choix-là... peut-être que ça va pas trop la modifier, etc. Bref, je me perds là, j'ai chaud, je suis mort. Il faut que j'aille bouffer en plus, j'ai pas mangé. Bref, franchement, c'était des bonnes fins, j'ai bien kiffé, je me suis bien chié dessus aussi, ça c'est un plaisir. Comme j'ai dit, imaginez-moi sur un jeu d'horreur, c'est juste magnifique, je suis exceptionnel. Je suis incroyable, aucune peur devant un jeu d'horreur, c'est ça qui est super. Bref, j'espère que vous avez aimé la vidéo et ses petites fins. Moi, je vous dis à la prochaine. On se retrouve pour la suite. En fait, je pense... non, je pense qu'il nous restera encore une vidéo, une longue, je pense, parce qu'on a encore 3 fins, on va dire. En tout cas, que je me souviens là de tête. On a encore 3 fins. Et puis, on va voir ça ensemble. Donc, n'hésitez pas à vous abonner, à liker la vidéo, à commenter. Nous, on se retrouve pour une prochaine vidéo, que ce soit sur Slice the Princess ou un autre jeu. Je vous fais des bisous. Hein. Ah bah il commence à faire chaud. Ah, je vous ai dit qu'il faisait très chaud. Hein. Donc, je vous fais des bisous. On se retrouve à la prochaine. Et puis salut.